Hi. Did I already do a video about family scapegoating? I'm sure I've mentioned it a few times. So I was just watching this video from the School of Life. And they were talking about, is there any point talking to your parents about, you know, why you're so fucked up, right? As if talking to them could make any difference. And the conclusion was pretty much that there's not really any point talking to them. And I kind of agree. You know, I've tried it myself. It just doesn't go anywhere. You know, what his point that he makes is like, if there was any point talking to them about it and they could understand what you're talking about easily, they wouldn't have made those mistakes. So the fact that they made such a terrible job of bringing you up is kind of proof that they're too stupid to understand those sort of reasons, the problems and the reasons why they've made such a fuck up of bringing you up. It's kind of, I can't really fault that logic, you know. It's like, it makes complete sense to me, you know. So, you know, I realise I've wasted a lot of time trying to talk to my parents about these things. The rest of my family, there's no point. They don't listen, they don't hear what I'm saying. So anyway, I've just come to this kind of conclusion. I've been moving towards it for a while, that yeah, there's no point talking to them about it. If they approach you at all, which they very rarely do, but if occasionally I see one of them in the street or something, and they try to engage me in conversation as if everything was normal, you know. And from my point of view, it's not. You know, they're all treating me like I'm some sort of, you know, second-class family member, you know, where they're all in the first-class carriage and I'm sort of like, you know, like in a different carriage. You know, I'm not in the first-class carriage, I'm in the third-class carriage, the sort of the slave carriage, you know, the low-life carriage, you know. For no obvious reason. It's just that that's what they do. That's what they've always done. They've always treated me like the scapegoat, and that's all they know how to do. They're like battery chickens. That's all they know. So when you try to talk to them about it, it's like they just don't understand. You know, they just sort of like act like, you can see their brain is like, there's no like comprehension tool going on. They can't understand a word you're saying. So when you try to make people that do family scapegoating aware that they're doing family scapegoating, it's like banging your head against a brick wall. It just is. It doesn't. It's no fun at all. It doesn't get you anywhere. See, I'm quite glad I've started making these videos, you know, in the last 5 years or so I can get this stuff off my chest and see it. Even though I don't get a lot of feedback about this sort of stuff all that much. I mean, I do get a little bit, but you know, it's not a huge amount. But it's understandable because I don't think many people deal with this stuff properly. I don't even know what is the proper way to deal with it. What this guy was saying is that there's no point really trying to talk to them, as if you should try and have a sort of normal relationship and just don't mention the dark stuff, you know. Now that means, to me, they're just going to carry on scapegoating you, you know, if they can. I think the best thing to do is actually to distance yourself from them. If you come in contact with them at all, just tell them it's family scapegoating. You're not going to have anything to do with the family until they wake up and realize they've been doing family scapegoating. And tell them also, if you can get a chance to get a word in edgeways right after you've said that, right, which you might not be able to do, tell them also that it would be best for them because they're the ones with the split personalities. You know, they're like split into two different people, so they're not whole people. They're much more fucked up than you. I know at least what's going on, you know, but they keep attacking me psychologically. You know, it's like an ongoing psychological assassination that just goes on and on and on. And they keep trying all these attempts to sort of it seems to me like they're trying to make me go crazy, or trying to sort of like make me so depressed that I would commit suicide, that kind of thing. And of course, the way they do it so subtly, it's all very subtle, and because they're not doing it, they're not even aware that they're doing it. So they can't like become aware. You can't like point it out to them and they go, oh yeah, that's what I was doing. Oh, I'm really sorry. You know, it's never going to happen. They just can't be aware that that's what they're doing. So so all I do is just think, oh, hi, John. So yeah, oh, it reminds me of the title actually. The pirate meme. You know, they're like a bunch of pirates. You know, it's like they're in there. They've got this family, and somebody takes over, and it's like, oh, I'm going to be a pirate. I'm just going to make everyone do what I say, and I'm the cabin boy. You know, the family scapegoat is the cabin boy, the one that gets all the blame for everything. You know, and just has to deal with all the shit. And that's how you grow up. If you're being family scapegoat, you're like the cabin boy. You get the blame for every little thing. You know. No, you're doing really well. You're a man after my own. I'm going to have to catch up with you, John. That is so cool. Have you been drinking anything else? Like whiskey or something? Have you had no alcohol for 2 weeks nearly? That's really good. I'm really impressed if you have. See, I'm on the port today. No beer today. It's port. I had one day without beer, without alcohol a few days ago. I had a whole day. I'm going to do that cold ice bath soon, probably on the 1st of April, because it's April Fool's Day. So I might be doing it on April Fool's Day. It's not so cold anymore, so I'm going to have to buy some ice to put in the bath. So I probably will do it in the morning on 1st of April, because you reminded me. I mean, you've asked for it, so I'm going to do it for you, like. So I know you're a busy man now. I notice you've got a lot going on. You know, I see you're thinking of moving. You've been working. You stopped drinking alcohol. Cool, you're doing better than me. I'm a bit. You know, I'm gonna have to try and catch up with you. I hope it's me that's inspired you to make like all these like improvements in your life. I am impressed though. I'm really pleased for you. All right, I see you're moving. Yeah, okay. Oh well, I expect you've got a lot on. You're busy. You're busy. Right? Okay, I understand. Well, we catch up again. I'm gonna do like I'm gonna do this video in a few days. I'm just preparing myself. Like I've got about another 2 days left to prepare. I'm gonna do the ice bath video. I went in the sea a few days ago, and it's still really cold. It really hurts still. It's like you go in the sea. It's really cold. It's just like an ice bath. It's just like I can't take my camera down there. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. This camera is like, can you see it? Hang on. No, you can't see it. Look. Oh, hang on. You can't see the camera. Come on. Where's the camera? It won't show you the camera. Oh, no. I can't show you the camera. It's like, can you look at your ear? My mum used to say to me, can you look at your ear? Look at your ear. And I go, oh dear. Anyway, so my family, it was like being on a pirate ship. that's what I was going to make about the pirate meme. I think that's it. I can't do long videos about family scapegoating. They just get too depressing. But the point was that, you know, just say to them, it's family scapegoating, and then just take a step back and just leave them to deal with it. Don't try and talk to them about the details. Don't try to get them to admit what they're doing. Just keep your distance and tell them family scapegoating. That's the best thing, I think, because you know, because they can't understand. They won't look at themselves. Oh, I'm glad it's over. You know, I hate violence, you know, with neighbours and stuff and all that aggression. I've had it before. That's why I live in this horrible flat, because I had problems with my last neighbours, like my two last neighbours, two different places. I moved from one to another place because of neighbours, and now I had to move to this place just to get away from bad neighbours. You know, I've been here for about 15 or 16 years now, so it's been a bit better. But it's not a very nice flat. I've got black mold and stuff growing. I don't know if you can see down there. There's in the kitchen, there's mold, and in the bathroom, it's black mold. It's not good. I got a cough because of it, and I got allergies. But it's cheap. It's very cheap. It's £70 a week. You know, £300 a month. It's very cheap for this flat, for a flat. You can't get anywhere cheaper to live in Britain, UK. I've got the cheapest flat in the whole of the UK, I think. It's only £300 a month. Yeah. You know what? I don't feel up to making any more of this video, John. You've put me to shame with your doing all this work and going without alcohol for nearly 2 weeks. I still don't understand how long you've been without alcohol. Have you actually been a long time without alcohol? Oh, here we go. I'm definitely going to stop this video now. Shame. I mean, shame. You feel shameful, HRC? Is that what you're saying? You feel all ashamed for some reason, but you don't want to say what it is? Okay. No, I don't know. I think you've gone a bit cranky today. Have you got children that you've family scapegoated? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're just a terrible father, HRC, and you just can't deal with it. I haven't got any children myself. I always wondered, were they tasty? I always thought, you know, I've thought about this a few times. I think about like the Bible and eating the tree of knowledge of good and evil and stuff. Is that really about cannibalism? Was Cain a cannibal? You know, is Cain short for cannibal? You know. when Cain killed Abel, it's funny, isn't it? I was also thinking, just the other day, Cain is like can, and Abel is able. I can, and I'm able. Cain the cannibal is real, yeah. I mean, you think maybe that's why they lived such a long time. It was just something they'd done. Because, you know, they do talk about, what is it, the fire demon. They used to sacrifice their babies into the fire demon. But what if they actually, before that, or a part of that, was they weren't just putting him in a fire, they were cooking them on the barbecue, you know, and nice juicy little baby, all tender, you know, boil the bones up, make a nice stock, eat the brain, you know, and the eyes and stuff, all the tender bits and the lungs and liver and stuff, you know, sauteed with a bit of wild garlic and some nice herbs and olive oil, some tomatoes, tomato puree and some oregano, you know, plenty of salt, bit of sugar, you know, sweeten it up a bit. Moloch, that's the one, yeah, Moloch, the fires of Moloch, yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of allusion to this stuff, you know. That's what it makes me think. It's like maybe it's just some sort of, you know, recipe book, really. It's a glorified recipe book. It's a sort of like I'll tell you what, HRC, I think they've made a film about you. I'm not 100% sure, but I think somebody might have spotted you, what you're doing, was doing, and they might have made a film about you. And it could be quite a popular film, a well-known film, but I'm not going to say anything more than that. I don't want to drop you in it or anything. But just so you know, I'd give you the wink, like, you know. I know. I wonder what it's like. I expect the thing is, right, I mean, this video would be more about eating your parents. And I don't think that would be a very good idea. It's not the same, is it? You've got to be a bit hardcore, you know. You know, you've got to. There's going to be a lot more cooking. You're going to have to sort of cook them up for longer. You know, there's a lot more to use. If you just do a baby, you could basically eat it in a couple of sittings. You know, cook it all up, put some in the fridge. You know, and you could basically get rid of all the evidence in like a week or a few days, probably. You know, a small baby. You know, fatten it up for a few months. You know, maybe so it's like £20, £25. You could eat that in a week between two of you, couldn't you? I reckon. Pound and a half of meat a day. Make the bones into a nice stock. And then just say to everyone you lost it. You don't know what happened. You woke up one day and it was gone. Yeah, dear. No, I do wonder, you know, if that's what it's all about. They sort of like talk about this stuff as if in the Bible, like, oh yeah, these people used to live 900 years, and you know, how was that possible? You know, and then they talk about Cain and Abel and stuff, you know, blah blah blah. Anyway, I've kind of gone a bit off topic at the moment. Okay, John, thanks for that. Okay. You're a great guy as well, John. Oh, this is good. I haven't washed it. I went in the sea the other day and it's sort of like, it's all got salt water in it. I know it looks kind of okay, but I don't know. It's just because I haven't washed it for a while and it's got salt water in it. John's a chef. Are you a chef, John? You know, have you ever cooked a baby? That's a bad question. I don't want to drop you in it. Just don't answer that question. All right, just don't answer that last question. That was an accident. It was like I forgot who I was talking to and what medium I'm on. we don't like drop ourselves in it. That's not a proper question. It's okay that you're a chef. Have you ever cooked a horse? That's not acceptable, isn't it? Have you ever cooked a horse? I've never tried horse meat, you know, or rabbit. I've never eaten rabbit or horse. Okay, right, that's it. I'm going now. No, I'm not letting it get personal. Okay, nice to see you, HRC. Well, good luck with your moving and stuff, John. It'd be nice to get out of your parents' house. Are you a Capricorn as well? Yeah, I ate a pony once or twice. It's tasty. Okay. See you later then, folks. Maybe I'll be back later. Watch out on the 1st of April because I'm going to do an ice bath in the morning. Probably around 10 or 11 o'clock I'll be doing it, or maybe 12. I'll see how it goes. Something to look forward to. I'm going to sign off now. Bye. Thanks for watching. Do the thingy. Do the oh, I forgot that.